Na hello, 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 folytatjuk a nyomozást ma este a 2064 világába, és megpróbáljuk megkeresni a eltűnt tudóst. Úgyhogy nézzük is, az első feladatunk az valami fajta zavarkeltése lesz egy tüntetésen. Úgyhogy hajrá, 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 nézzük. Indítjuk a gámát. Szöveges kalandjáték létére, szerintem egész érdekes. Hello Zsuzsi. Mi ez az emote? Csörgő dob. Fú. Ez ilyen ázsiai? Durván néz ki. Hello Feri, hello. Ja, hogy a dob a drukkolás. I see. Na. Szóval mennünk kell tüntetni. Ó, a kis idegesítő kék barátunk. Milyen volt a Buli Ferenc? Mesélje. Kialudtad magad? Kialudtátok magatokat?
The protests themselves have been entirely peaceful so far.
Eddig. Ja, hogy ez a tüntetés. Aha. Két órát aludtál? Holy shit. Az durva. Nem azt mondtad, hogy szabadságot vették ki? Jó, igen. Party golf az kemény. Az egy gonosz játék. Ja tényleg, ajjajjajjajjaj, nem tudtál Szabira menni. Igen. Na nézzük. Tisztának kell maradni, arra tiltakoznak. Igen. Rá akar beszélni, hogy csatlakozunk a tüntetéshez. Igen. Jó, ki akarják ütni a hibrideket, a kibernetikát, a gépeket, kapcsolják le az internetet. Kitartanak. Ő is kitart. Ezek mit kitartanak? Oh. Ő a tüntetés vezetője, őt a végére hagyjuk. Oké. Ezek mind ugyanazt nyomják. Neki mi van? Ő itt a békefenntartó a robot. Tehát a robot békefenntartja a tüntetést, ahol a robotok ellen tiltakoznak. Oké. Akkor nézzük, mit mond a mester.
Hello there! Would you like to hear about the dangers of our country's unchecked use of genetic modification? I have pamphlets. Here, take one.
Szereztünk tőle egy brossúrát. Szóval... Ó, Janik farvizén.
Oh, yes. Yannick called and said something about an investigation into an apartment break-in. He didn't elaborate, and I'm not sure how I might be able to assist with this.
Megkérdezzük a betörésről.
But if Yannick is involved, I'll do whatever I can.
Na mondjad, melyik ötök volt?
We found human revolution graffiti spray painted all over the apartment, and some things were stolen.
Ti voltatok.
I was hoping you might be able to point us in the direction of whoever did it.
Ah, well, the human revolution certainly does not condone such actions at all.
Ő letagadja a betörést és a... Mi ez? És a grafitizést.
We're a peaceful organization, and threatening people is not going to earn us hearts and minds.
Azt mondja, hogy ők békések. Hát jó. But. A lényeg mindig a de után van.
Off the record, some of our younger members can be a bit overzealous. As any hot-headed teenager
Vannak ilyen
can
fiatal
be.
titányaik, akik akár ezt is
I'll
csinálhatták.
look into this matter personally, and if I discover that any of our younger members were involved, they'll be turned
Majd
into
kivizsgálja és odaadja
authorities.
a megfelelő hatóságoknak őket. Hát szuper.
I'll also let Yannick know anything I find out. Is there something
jó.
else I can help you with?
Na mondjad.
What
Kérdezzünk a
questions do you have
szervezetről.
for me?
Mik a céljatok, haver?
We hope to educate the public about the dangers of rapid technological advancements. We want to warn the country away from
Gyors
thoughtlessly
technológiai
rejecting every
fejlődés
scientific discovery we make before it's too late.
Rosszaságát mutatják be.
We used to say that splitting the atom would surely bring about the end of humankind. But now we're changing the very things that make us human. Our biology, with nothing to ensure our safety.
Félnek az
The
android
revolution we're
ságtól.
after is humanity as a whole making the decision to remain as we were created and return to how we lived before genetic science put us.
Oké.
This world is Icarus, flying too
Túl
close to the
közel
sun. It's only a
repülünk
matter
a
of time
naphoz,
before
mint
our
Ikarus.
arrogance becomes our demise. Just because we can doesn't mean we should.
Nagyon jó. De miért itt
Genetic
protestáltok?
modification is one of the most dangerous
Á, itt
sciences
csinálják a
we've ever
génmodifikációt.
fooled around with. It's playing God on the
Biztos
highest
itt csinálták a
order
kis
and
nyúl...
threatens to unseat what humanity
nyúlfülű
is
lányt.
altogether. Cybernetics is a dangerous path as well, selling off pieces of ourselves bit by bit for mechanical strength and resilience. But at least a brain-controlled android is still a human brain, even if in a metal box.
Aha, szóval ha csak a ember robot keverékek vannak, azok kevésbé veszélyesebbek szerintük, mert ott az agy azért még emberi. De a
There is a
génmódosítás
reason
az
Congress enacted laws prohibiting highly modified
már nagyon
hybrids from
veszélyes
breeding.
szerintük.
Now, I do not fault the individuals who come here for treatment, many of whom are disabled and deathly ill. If you ask me, genus isn't the kind of therapy they all need.
De szerintük a betegségekre nem ez a megoldás, a
However,
génterápia.
we must take a stand against the medical research industry that would have us cast aside our humanity for their miracles.
Igen, és hogy tervezik
At
ezt
our core, we are a
megvalósítani?
peaceful movement and seek only to convince people to vote according to the truths we reveal to them. The human revolution has faith that American democracy will win out in the end.
A politikában
It falls
próbálják
to
ezt
us to
megoldani.
make sure that people are informed about the daunting and confusing technologies they put
Ők
their
csak
senseless
informálnak,
faith
mint
into
minden
every
ilyen
day.
csoport.
On a
Őket nyilván
personal
nem
level, we
támogatja
would like to
senki.
exhort every individual to try and live more simply and reject any gadget or medicine that would make us less than we are. Is there something else I can help you with?
Nem, köszönj, elég volt,
Of
Cindy.
course! If you have any other questions, feel free to come back.
You clearly missed doing real journalism. I'm impressed.
Nagyon jó.
I think you're starting to get back into the hard-boiled investigative journalist thing.
Köszi.
Hopefully we'll get lucky enough to turn up a new lead, even if this one didn't pan out like we'd hoped.
Bölcsek leszünk.
Ah, Harry Golden. How fitting to use a quote from a newspaper publisher. And I agree with the sentiment.
Örülök, hogy...
More leads will find us, should we seek them out.
Igen.
Don't forget, we're still here to actually break up these protests. Let's
Igen,
see if
igen,
we
igen.
can't figure out a
Tönkre kéne
solution
tennünk
together.
a...
Make sure to look around and think carefully. I'm sure we'll find something.
Ki kell találni, hogy tesszük tönkre a... Igen. Ez egy antenna. Ez egy sign. Oké. Ó, be lehet menni. Na. Szerezünk valamit, amivel szétverhetjük a tüntetést. Karácsonyfa. Igen, én is valami drasztikusat szeretnék, de egyelőre nincs túl sok eszközöm hozzá. Videogame poster. De nem akarom kijönni. Ez véletlen volt. Egy növény. Van itt is egy ilyen növény. Igen. Neked nincs valami, tesó? Igen. Egy tiszta bárpult. Na mondjad.
Aw, that is the most adorable little rom.
Becserélhetem a kis kéket.
Where did you? It's so moe.
Igen, a dumáló.
Yeah, some of the newer VIs can be pretty chatty. You could always get a different personality profile for him, but it'll probably cost.
Jó, hát nem írjuk át
Anyway,
szegényt.
what can I get you?
Adja
A
infót.
drink I can do, and I guess I have.
Na mondjad.
The protesters outside the clinic are driving off a lot of my regular customers.
Igen.
Filling up my bathroom too, jerks. So, what do you want to know?
Azt mondjad meg. Ez a te robotod
It does a
odakint?
good job,
Igen.
huh? Yeah, that's fine. Well, technically, it's property of Hassie Holdings.
Klímakontrolláló robot van kinn, aki lehet, hogy
We
képes
spent immense on
lesz.
it, but the rest of the block helps pitch in for maintenance costs since I usually set it to patrol the whole area.
Aha.
You should check it out when we do Christmas in July.
Jó, ez most nem érdekel.
It can cover the whole street in snow, as long as it's cloudy enough to
Tehát
get the sun out. Sort of like today.
be tudja teríteni az egész utcát hóval.
Sorry, but that thing cost me way too many.
Aha, hadd vigyem el.
I would need to see some serious credentials before I let you mess with it.
Oké, és mi kell? Azt mondjad, mi kell?
You know, enough to make sure you can afford to replace it if you break it.
Oké.
Otherwise, no touching.
Azért mondjál valamit.
Oh, I never introduced.
Te vagy Ramona.
I guess there isn't much to tell.
Ramona.
I went to college, got a degree, took out a loan and bought.
Ő a tulaj ennek a
Now I spend my
kedves
days
kis
trying to find
helynek.
enough time and money to sustain my VR drama addiction. My priorities are justice.
Jó,
What
oké.
else? I pretty much don't leave the store. Look, they've got the right to protest.
Oké, nem szereti a tüntetőket.
Once they're done with the hybrids, I know they'll be coming for me next. So I'll be voting appropriately. And if I have to unclog one more toilet because
Jó, van, nyugika.
titled, bigoted, jerkface, I will lose my goddamn mind!
Eldugítják a WC-t.
Oh, you can't tell? I got a cyber
Ja,
arm
neki
and
is
a leg,
kiberkeze van.
thanks to an autocap crash when I was a kid. I also got Neuralinks for VR interfacing. If it was up to those dinosaurs, I'd be stuck in a wheelchair
Természetesen
right now.
ő is akkor
Or worse, depending
hibrid,
on how
a
far back
lány.
we push our medical technology.
Aki örül a technológiának, mert így nem kell
It's
kerekesszékben
already illegal
lennie,
for me
ugye?
to have a rocket powered fist. What more do they want?
Ja, hadd
Sorry,
vigyem el.
but that thing, I would need to
Hadd
see
vigyem
some,
el.
you know. Otherwise,
Hát valószínűleg, ha
sorry. Attack
ha
is
nőtt,
speech.
akkor lecseréltek állandóan a
I just mean
kezét,
he's really
igen.
cute and lovable, and you kind of want. A lot of
Okay.
otaku come around here, probably because I own the place. I'm used to being able to shoot my mouth off and not explain all the jargon.
Otaku.
Yeah, I know it's a bit out of fashion, but I'm a history buff. The past really gives context
Az
to
anime
stories
már
of the
kiment a
present.
divatból.
You know what I mean? I've been to Tokyo twice already.
És már
The
járt
old
Tokióban, tök
otaku
jó.
resist the new culture of the Saishi in the same way their parents refuse.
Mindig nem tudom ez alapján, hogy oldjuk
sorry.
meg, de
The
a
Saibashi
kinti robot lesz a kulcs, szerintem.
Cyber Day. In the early 21st century, Japan had an epidemic of chronic shut-ins, and the rise of direct link virtual reality only made. Suddenly,
Igen,
people
Japán már
weren't just
elromlott
refusing
korán.
to leave their rooms,
Igen,
they were refusing to leave their heads.
mindenki
As
szobájába
the
lakott.
technology got better, the Saishi were the first to figure out how to use their own brain. Computers are good at thinking in straight lines, but the human brain is capable of the best virtual landscapes.
Oké.
The most now, even if an earthquake
Japánok
or meteor or
csinálják
whatever
a-
leveled Japan, they still have Neo Tokyo built on the VR
Japánok
net.
új Tokiót már megépítették a virtuális valóságban,
But
úgyhogy
enough babble. If you're interested, I'm sure you could find more out on the mesh, or use an induction helmet to visit Neo Tokyo yourself.
nem akarok eljutni
It's
Neo Tokióba.
Special.
Oké,
Okay, enjoy your.
oké.
Please don't touch the Hassie Ron.
Jó, nem nyúlok hozzá. Oké, hát ezzel nem mentünk sokra. Tudunk-e a csajnak adni valamit? Hát első körben nem pisztolyozom le. Igen, megnézzük. Hoppá! Azt mondta, hogy ez a window. Na várj, hogy jöttünk be? Ja, leave.
This kind of ROM requires an
RFID key to access it.
It appears to be owned by the nearby.
Oké, RFID key kell. Azok meg pont nincsenek. Aha, meg kell szereznünk a Csajszinak a kártyáját, igen.
Let's not. Two's company.
Oké. Valahogy...
These slogans.
Ez egy tégla. Aha. Oké. Ezt nem tudtam elvenni?
Do you think it would be okay to take?
Igen. Igen, és betörjük vele az ablakát. Aha. Igen, és akkor betörjük a csajnak az ablakát. Bemegyünk. De ezt nem tudjuk használni. Pedig ez ördögi terv volt szerintem. Ha azt leverjük vele, de nincs itt. Hol van? Itt a tégla. Itt nem engedi kiválasztani. Aha, de így sem engedi használni. Akkor viszont mit szólsz? Megdobáljuk vele a csávót. Nem lehet megdobálni vele a csávót se. De a robotot igen?
Are you sure about doing that?
Gyerünk.
Just make sure to only hit the bot so you don't hurt somebody else.
Megdobáljuk vele a robotot.
Go for it. Toss it.
Cool.
Inelegant, but I have to admire the brutish efficiency.
Biztos lett volna más megoldás is, de szerintem ez tök jó volt.
While I still have doubts about the moral superiority of using subterfuge to incite a riot, I have
Jó, ne sok pofázz annyit.
I have a feeling Jess won't be pleased, though. Not that she ever
Ő
seems
sosem
pleased.
elégedett. Hogy beküldtük az arcába. Oké. Mit hümmögsz?
Might I draw your attention to those youths over yonder?
Aha, ők lesznek a ügyek.
Counterculture clothing, obvious bad attitudes.
Ők lesznek a graffitis gyerekek.
Those could be our suspects who damaged my...
Azért csak leserlokozom.
I'm just making an observation. I see one of them is wearing a new... Perhaps you can do some research for a review?
Ez az.
They've noticed our attentions. Come along. Maybe we can...
És komolyan elfutottak, tényleg? És
Never catch them on foot.
bezúztak egy taxiba.
Hold on. I'm calling for an autocab of our own. I know
Autós
it seems
üldözés.
a great deal of trouble for such a tenuous leap. The wicked flee. The autocab is estimated to take 5 minutes to arrive.
Nem jön az Uber.
We'll never be able to engage in pursuit fast enough to catch up. Perhaps we should call Tomcat.
Oké.
Maybe they can do some bit of techno-wizardry and stop that cab.
Na hívjad fel.
Excellent. Hold on while I connect.
Na szevasz Tomcat.
folks. How's the search for the data cache going?
Meg kéne állítani messziről
Actually, that's what we're calling about, Tomcat.
a
We
taxit.
may have located the perpetrators, but they eluded us and are making... We attempted to use a cab of our own to tail them, but it hasn't arrived and they're getting away.
Igen, fogalm. De
Can
szerintem
we
a
hack the cab and stop it?
azonosítóját sem néztük meg.
No can do, little guy. Security on those cabs is tight, and the dang thing will shut down its external net connection long before I get in. Unless...
Nem fog menni, de...
Oh, I have an idea. Sit tight for just a sec.
Nem is tudja, melyik taxiról van szó.
Alright, I went faster than spit on a skillet. I did a job a few years back and had to break into the city's
Ja,
central
nem
traffic.
érdekel, hogy hogy
The
csináltam.
back door I drilled into that long ago is still wide open. I'm logging into the traffic management system now. Wait. Oh, shit. They may not have fixed that back door, but they did install a new counter-intrusion VI.
Persze. A hacker, aki nincs tisztában a legfrissebb adatokkal.
The damn thing is hot on my tail.
Mi ez a VI?
Virtual intelligence.
Ja.
They're kind of like Turing, except less creative and inventive, and definitely not
Minden
safe.
taxiban van VI?
But they're nasty enough at hunting down hackers and crackers. I gotta take care of this VI. I'm gonna need the two of you to handle the traffic system. Turn, I'm passing Hold tight. I'm gonna be doing some
Na, megy az,
Just
megy
push
az,
on the map
megy
and
az.
load it up on Turin's face. Sorry, Turin.
Igen.
Ooh, they're on the move.
Oké.
Here's how it works. Use your display map to keep track of their cab and redirect it back to you. You can trigger traffic nodes at intersections so the cab thinks the streets are blocked off. Do it right, and you should be able to steer them right back to you.
Aha!
You just gotta make sure to stop. You can trigger any node on the map at any time, so plan ahead. I'd say you'll have time for 2 moves every time they hit an intersection. If they go off the map, though,
Micsoda game.
block every road that leads out of our grid, and watch the places with 3 exits you can't all cover in one go-around. Just hurry. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep this VI from messing on the carpet, and once I kill the connection, this old trick is over.
Oké.
I'll tap into the cab control node their current... Our top priority is to ensure they cannot leave the area Tomcat's given us access to.
Oké.
I'll mark the... We only have time to block off 2 routes before the autocab will make a decision
Jó
and move.
van, értem a játékot, értem.
We shouldn't block the route back here. Once you get them back here, be careful if you stop their ride anywhere else. What do you think our next move should be?
Igen, éjszakot blokkoljuk. Nagyon jó.
Darn, I can't have you talking. It's messing with the signal.
It's up to you now.
Oké.
Don't let those punks
Jó, jó, értem. Ezt blokkoljuk meg. Ezt blokkoljuk. Oké. Ezt blokkoljuk. És ezt blokkoljuk. Na most. Ezt blokkoljuk meg. Ezt blokkoljuk. Akkor egyelőre ezt a kettőt. De hülye vagyok. Shit.
They're getting away.
Don't panic just yet. I managed to force the cab to mosey back over to your grid.
Oké.
Definitely a one-shot trick, though. Be careful, y'all. This is...
Utolsó élet. Oké. Oké. Várjál. Hogy... Aha. Jó lesz az, mert most már itt leblokkolhatom ezt. Leblokkolhatom ezt. Így, de az még mindig nem jó. Ez még mindig nem jó, valahogy vissza kell kergetni. Igen, és akkor ezt blokkoljuk, ezt még nyitva adjuk. Ez az. Igen. De várj, azt hittem, hogy ez a cél, nem? Ja. Igen, stop gomb. De várjál, hova engedhetem akkor itt őket? Ide kellett volna jönniük, nem? De még a stop gomb. Ja, hogy úgy? Aha. Oké. Köszi, köszi. Aha. Csak föl kell túlni. Na, megvannak a pánkok. Ti voltatok a graffitisek. Worst cab ride ever.
You ain't got nothing on us, and if you don't get out of my way, I'll mess you up.
Hey, what do you think we should do? We haven't observed observe them doing anything illegal, and we could potentially make this go over.
Na meglátjuk, hogy ki tudjuk-e szedni
Share news
belőlük.
of this encounter with Lexi before things get out of hand. These two seem agitated already, and it
Na
those are
nézzük.
the options I deduce. Questions or it's up to you.
Szerintem kérdezzük ki őket
Just
inkább.
have a few questions for you, sirs. If
Did you not hear what I...
Maybe we should just answer their questions.
Bizony.
I mean, we didn't do anything wrong.
Right! We ain't got nothing to hide!
Azt majd meglátjuk, Cimbi. Mire kell a festék?
We're newbie street artists.
These are the tools of our trade!
These are all about... We just got done making a piece for a client.
That's right!
Okay.
We're artists!
Ők művészek. Önnel is mi van a
You a
tacsóma?
cop? Cause if you ain't, we ain't got nothing in the back!
Miért futottatok el?
Running? Who's I running from? You calling me a coward?
I don't think that's what they were insinuating.
Right! We just got places to get to, and gotta go fast! You're...
Siettetek.
enough! Stop assuming you can misdirect us with blustery words and
A
feign
kis kék
ignorance.
barátunk, hogy kiakadt.
I've matched the hues of those paints and the patterns of the bottom of your shoes with 95% accuracy to the scene of Hayden Weber's
Lebuktatok.
apartment.
Lebuktatok, srácok.
Now tell us what you were doing there and why you stole Hayden's data cache.
Now you're accusing us of stealing? Why, I...
Gotta go fast.
Chad,
No?
I think they're onto us. Maybe we just answer their questions so they don't go to the cops?
Damn it, Oliver! I told you I'm Starfucker now!
I'm Starfucker now.
I only went along with this because you said we would go to a movie afterwards.
Az a Starfucker.
I don't even care about this human revolution stuff.
Ő csak festeni szeret, nem is érdekli a...
Don't
Your dad?
talk about my dad!
Ki lehet az apja?
Whatever. We'll answer your friggin' questions.
Na, helyes. Miért festettétek be először is az
Aw, man,
apartment?
no big reason. I mean, he's a big hotshot researcher at Parallax, right? We heard a rumor his place was empty.
Igen.
Who's gonna pass up a sweet target like that?
Szóval ők azt állítják, hogy csak utána festették, miután már elrabolták Haydent.
We don't need any more of this tech shit, like your lippy Rom over there.
A rablásról tudtok-e valami?
He's been kidnapped?
Igen.
Shit, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We just sliced the door controls and trashed the place. Wasn't nobody there.
Ezeket beengednéd Washingtonba vagy New Yorkba, nem élnék túl. Ezek már nem olyan punkok. Miért vittétek el a pendrive-ot?
We didn't steal nothing.
Be quiet, Chad. I don't want to go to juvie. Here, you can have it.
Hopp! Megvan a data cache.
Okay, well, thanks for giving it back.
Nem kéne összefújkálni más emberek otthonát,
Yeah,
jó?
whatever. Just get out of my way.
We hope you find that Hayden guy. And we're real sorry. We weren't trying to hurt anyone.
All right, let's go catch that movie.
És tényleg moziba mennek.
Can we get dinner first?
Sure, whatever you want.
Incoming call from Tomcat.
Hey, folks.
Megvan a data
Jess just
cache.
called and told me she has a clear way to the access node.
Nagyon jó.
She'll get you inside, and I'll walk you through connecting me so I can access the parallax network. That should help our hunt.
Alakul, alakul. Megvan a data cache.
Yes, those punks happen to have it.
Oh, great. We don't have time to worry about it right now, though. Go to Stardust and drop it off with Majid for me, okay? He'll hold it to pass on to me once I get there. I managed to trigger an alert within Parallax's network security, and
Odaadjuk
they're
a,
gonna be moving their logs
a
from one secure
párcsávónak a
server to another.
data cache-t.
I need y'all in place of that access node before they do. No time for lollygagging.
No problem, Tomcat. We'll make our way there directly after we return to Stardust. Let's go. Our mission for Jess is done.
Oké. Na, ennek örülünk. Tehát, hogy most... Ezt akkor leadjuk a... Leadjuk a pendrive-ot. Itt szól a legjobb zene.
Welcome.
Hello.
There's Majid. We should leave this data cache with him first, like Tomcat asked.
De vigyázzál a data cache-re. Haver.
All right. Tomcat asked me to take
No.
that off your hands and pass it on to them later. Thanks for getting it to me. I won't pester you about what it is. I know things are always very hush-hush with Tomcat.
Reméljük vigyázznak rá.
I'll make sure they get it later today.
Oké.
Excellent.
Bár ez egy gyanús. Ja, de várj, be kell mennünk a csajhoz.
Welcome to Stardust.
Be kell menni a csajhoz. Ez a nyulas lány, nem? Ugye ne várj, hogy már benn bulizik? Jó, majd akkor már beszélünk veled.
You again? All right, I'll let you in.
Oké. Ne engedjél be, mert ott van a kis... Haha, kis kedvenc fülesünk.
Hey, I heard from my friends down the street that the protesters are gone.
Bizony, mi
Must have been
voltunk.
you, huh?
Mik voltunk.
All right then. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt and return the favor.
Oké.
Tomcat said that if you got to an old abandoned access node, you might be able to find out what
Én valami
happened.
terminát kell megtalálnunk. Valami. Ja, ez valami kulcs. Ja nem,
Called up
ez
a
a
buddy who's
térképre
on night
került.
shift for Parallax tonight. He can buzz you in, but if anything happens, you broke in.
Jó, most semmi
This puts
gond.
us at about even. Don't think about drawing any more debits for a while. Good luck. Keep me out of your shit.
Köszi segítséget. Van Boris. Mi van? Akkor létszeljünk le. Nyugtass meg, hogy még van füles poénod a tartalékban. Igen. Na nézzük, Doc Patch. Kéne menteni, azt
This
elfelejtettem.
is the place Tomcat said we should head to.
De jól néz ki.
Unassuming and quiet. I'll be honest, I don't think I would be in this section of the city without Jess giving us the all clear.
Téged elvittek volna a kis barátom,
The
bizony.
crime statistics are quite alarming, so let us get done with our errand here and move on to safer ground.
A füles magazénra gondolom. Bizony. Az összes kis darabkája már el lenne adva. Reméljük megtartja az ígéretét.
Jess is a bit aggressive and standoffish, but I would not accuse her of.
Oké, hát azért majd meglátjuk.
I guess I did just meet her, and she is a lawyer, an occupation known for slippery thinking. Perhaps we should hurry this along.
Jó van, bejutunk.
Tomcat is waiting for us to call them when we arrive.
Oké. Mentünk egy jót. De hogy nem tudja megtartani ugyanazt a fájllevet, anyag. Mivel nincs is fájlnév. Na, mindegy. Szóval... Van itt egy generátor egyszer. Turbo generátor. Igen, van neki. Oké.
You know, right after we found Hayden's apartment in
Street
such
art.
disarray, I started looking into graffiti and street. I have never much considered doing any of it myself, but it seems like an interesting avenue to pursue once I move beyond abstract expression. The
Kielemzi a
simpler
graffitiket.
tags, visual shoutings of identity and existence. They exhibit a feeling I can sympathize with, but it's these larger pieces, riots of color and chaos, that really interest me.
Borzalmas.
Petty vandalism is beneath me, but there are other avenues for the practice.
Kielemzi a graffitiket művészetileg. Jó.
It was chaos of the highest degree for a while, but now the place is. Perhaps I will visit one.
Yeah, sure.
You can be really insensitive, you know that? But never mind. Let's find that access node. Let's find
Hayden. Igen. Apartment door.
This is the door to an apartment.
Jó, az ember bemenni?
Don't! The access node is next door to.
Nem engedd be. Ez mi? Vigyük el. Nem védjük el a taknyos zsepit. Akkor menjünk.
Parallax Walk, AN-19 security.
Akkor menjünk be.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, can I help you?
Igen.
I was wondering when you'd get there. You're at the access node on Cesar Chavez in Indiana, right?
Engedj be, tesó. Engedj
That's
be.
right.
Good. Be quick. Don't touch anything. Got it?
Oké, nem nyúlunk semmiért.
This conversation never happened. And you're on your own if you get caught out there.
Oké.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
This is it. Let's go inside and I'll call Tomcat. This place doesn't look like it's had any maintenance in years. I hope the systems are still functional.
Na nézzük. Működnek a
I
gépek.
forgot you can't see in darkness.
Igen,
Maybe
kösz.
that switch over there adjusts the lighting. Oh, Tomcat is pinging us, forwarding video and audio.
Howdy! Y'all at the access node?
Igen, ott vagyunk.
I'm set to slice in once Turn makes physical access.
Of course, Tomcat. Just walk me through how to connect myself, and I'll give you the necessary system permissions to
Na
use
kis
the
robot,
access
hát azért a
interface.
Star Wars-os robotok egy kicsivel okosabbak voltak szerintem. Tudták enélkül is.
Just patch
Na.
yourself into the links terminal down there, and I should be able to get started.
Na nézzük.
Connecting wirelessly to it now.
Oké, bekapcsolod a
Permissions
terminálba. Permissions granted.
Please be careful in there.
Don't worry, doll. I'm an old hand at this. You won't notice a thing. One sec. Oh, shoot. Y'all have a bit more to do before I can get the info we need.
Ki gondolta volna? Ha itt az egész szoba,
This system's still running on
akkor...
old cassettes, and the recall slot is empty. Can't call up Hayden's info file without it.
Oké.
There should be a cassette on the opposite side of the wall we can overwrite with the recall program. Pretty sure all that one was used for was phone monitoring. You know, from back when phone networks were separate from data networks. I swear, y'all, I just turned 22.
Ha ha ha.
We need to move that cassette across the room to access the records. Figure out how to do that and hit me back up when you've done it.
Szóval a kazettát... át kell vinni valahogy. A mágnesszalagok azok mindig. Igen, ez a...
According to this poster, the data cassettes can only be
Jó.
moved by using the links panel
Links
to control
panel.
the utility arm.
Aha, csak a robotkarral lehet áttenni a kazettákat. Oké. Ó, ránéztük a kazettára és egy trofi. Jó, ez a links terminál. Ez is, oké. Checklist. Warning label. High voltage. Oké. Display screen, hát ez... Jó. Igen. Ja, nem kéne megfogdosni, jogos. Oké. Na hát akkor nincs más, mint használni a terminált valahogy. Igen. Hát először azért... Jó. Jó. Igen. Szerinted be tudunk lépni? Biometrikus tudsz, szerintem inkább... Igen. Igen.
Nice job.
Klucz! Klucz!
I'm gonna put some more pressure on them to move the data now, and we'll see if we can't slurp it right out of this network trunk. You would have thought that someone would have noticed and decommissioned this access node when the neighborhood went to hell, but
Nem mertem megnézni, hát ha azért tönkre teszi magától.
this mouse is happy to
Iris
play
vizsgálat
while the
alatt.
cat is away.
Miért az a hely?
Way back when I was a youngin', when I first hacked into Parallax's network, I mostly did it to make
Ja,
a
hogy innen
point,
törte
yeah?
fel a Parallaxot régen.
They were just about to launch the meshnet system, and I wanted to show the whole darned world that their security... Of course, I wasn't too shy, but
Jó, oké.
after putting in some more
Tehát
tricky
ez neked
software
nosztalgia.
backdoors, I went
Szuper.
ahead and deleted it. Then I reassigned the guy who was supposed to keep an eye on it to a different location. They were in the process of buying up a
Ügyesen
whole gaggle of
megcsináltad.
these nodes in
Oké.
preparation to set up a all just to use for the meshnet launch. Maybe a little. Most of the software holes have been patched out as they've upgraded their network, but this whole place is just as forgotten as I
Erre a
left it.
helyre nem figyeltek, úgyhogy... Oké.
I've been targeting one of their data centers with a botnet-driven DDoS attack, hitting every port into its network that I can find. Ain't likely to do much, but toss in a few attempts to crack the firewall and their VIs are... It's standard procedure for them to move their sensitive data to a different data center in case the attacker actually gets in.
Oké.
Make enough noise and it'll scare them enough into taking some defensive action, which is where we want them. The files are more vulnerable and
Védekezésbe és adatátvitelbe kényszeríti őket, és úgy közben majd meg tudja szerezni.
Now y'all just hold tight. I'll be done with this lickety-split. Surveillance camera footage.
Mit látott? Kamera felvételen. Mit látott?
Oh God. Oh, Turing. I'm so sorry.
What is it, Tomcat? What did you find?
Mi az?
He's gone, Turing.
Of course he's gone, Tomcat. That's why we're here.
Shit. I mean, he's gone, Turing. Hayden is dead.
Jó, akkor...
Well, that obviously isn't right, Tomcat. Why would they kill him?
Directed by Robert Weidel, vagy valami. Miért ölték meg? Azt azért csak észrevette, hogy megölték a kamerán.
I don't think you should see it, but if you're sure. Parallax. Had security cam footage from the hallway outside Hayden's apartment encrypted on their
Küldjed ide a
network.
képet.
Just a short clip. It looks like Hayden started to struggle with a couple of big dudes when they broke through the door and one of them shot him.
Jó, hát
I
lelőtte
also
az
heard some
meg.
chatter about it on some darknet channels. It wasn't a kidnapping. Somebody went there to murder him. I'm so damn sorry.
A sír a robot? Most tényleg? Nem volt, semmilyen vér nem volt. Szerintem kamuzik.
Thank you for your assistance in this matter, Tomcat.
Most átküldte neki?
I think I'll walk back to the apartment. I need some time to run some calculations about this new scenario. If you'll excuse
Ezt én is
me.
megnézném.
Should you follow them?
Semmi baj nem lesz a kis robotnak.
If you say so.
Nem volt ott semmi vér, semmi, nagyon
Yeah, I'm
gyanús.
gonna keep digging through this data until they kick me out of the system.
Nagyon
I'll try to
gyanús.
find some kind of lead on why this whole thing started in the first place. Maybe I can find something out about who killed Hayden and why Parallax has a copy of the footage. It ain't much of a silver lining,
But
but
it's a honest work.
we have the answer on Hayden's fate. Maybe it's time to call it quits. Anyway, talk to you later.
Attól meg ezt meg kéne tudnunk, hogy ki ölte meg. Ha! De nem küldi a vidit. Érted? Nem küldi. Oké. Mentünk még egyet mindjárt. Chapter 3. Vidit még mindig nem láttuk.
Oh, you're back.
Tears in the Rain. Hogy vagy Cimbora?
It doesn't matter. You don't care. Never mind.
Na most meg még emós is lett, nem elég, hogy sokat dumál.
Oh. Did you see the jade plant?
Igen, az öreg Erik is kitalálta volna ezt.
Its death is unfortunate, but fitting.
Ó, meghalt a növény.
Yet another
Van
thing to
egy,
be
ezt a
guilty
trofit,
for.
ezt kinyomtatom.
Will you keep helping me? I need you
Persze.
to find the bastards who killed my progenitor. I need to finish this.
I need to finish this.
I don't know what I'll do afterwards.
Megbosszuljuk.
but
Ha
I
már meg
need
nem
to see
találjuk,
this through.
megbosszuljuk. Megkeressük az igazságot, kis csávó.
Truth mean anymore? What does it matter? Will finding the truth
elkezdjék
bring back
filozofálni.
Aiden? Will it fix the pain they've left me in? But
Én csak segíteni akartam.
knowing the whys and wherefores will bring closure to this. I could use a measure of closure. I think for now we should keep knowledge of Hayden's death between you, Tomcat, and I.
Hát én aztán nem mondom el senkinek.
It may give us an edge if the people we seek don't know how much we've already discovered.
Megkaptad a videót, kis csávó?
We'll talk after you've had some time to rest. You likely need sleep, and I need...
Vagy meglóg, amíg
need some
alszom.
time.
Fogadjunk, hogy meg fog lógni, amíg alszom. Biztos vagyok benne.
Good morning.
Nem,
I
itt van.
trust you slept well. Now that we are both refreshed, I feel it wouldn't hurt to recap our progress and determine if any changes should be made based on our successes and failures.
Na nézzük.
Since your journalistic efforts are a big part of why I originally recruited you, we can start. Your inquiring mind has been a huge boost in our journey thus far.
Köszi.
As a ROM, I can't talk to people as intently as you, so I must say I'm quite grateful for your skills in that regard.
Oké.
You're diligent in your day-to-day work as well, which further grounds my hope in you.
És ez miért kezdett el dicsérni engem?
Beyond journalistic persistence, let's take a look at how we've performed in other responsibilities. I must
Igen, a
say, our
nehézségeket.
first hurdle was handled masterfully by you, and we avoided any further issue.
Szuper.
On the other hand, while violent approaches may be equally efficient, we should avoid them
Azt mondja, hogy ne
whenever
legyek
possible to
erőszakos,
mitigate
hát
any
jó,
additional
de...
risk.
Overall.
Just
Igen.
keep in mind the consequences of a reckless solution.
Jó, ne aggódjál, majd azért csak bejött az a téglás trükk, szóval... Na.
Finally, I was quite quite impressed by your ability to adapt on the fly, as they say, and perform so well when thrust into a...
Ez nem tudom, mikor volt ilyen, de
I'd like to
körökre
discuss
osztott
how
játék,
we're getting
szóval...
along with our companions and allies along the way. It's important. I was very impressed with your negotiation abilities with those kids. We got our data cache, and they went on their way, and hopefully... Jess is a bit of a harder read.
Őt is meggyőztem,
As
igen.
long as her brash nature doesn't tempt you to lash out,
Simán fog menni mindent kis
Detective
csávó.
Rivers was good to involve as well, and I can tell you enjoy having a...
Semmi gond, Cimbora.
Our greatest aid, as long as we make it worth her time. No funny business. Tomcat seems to genuinely care for our cause.
Ebben én nem
I
vagyok
have no
biztos.
trouble with letting their expertise guide us.
Majd azt
Out
meglátjuk
of
még.
everyone else, they seem to be easiest to get along with too. And finally,
You and I.
the road has been bumpy. We're
Jó,
both a
most
bit
már nem
out of our
buzerál a
element.
kis csávó.
Let's both remember that we are on the same team here, and unfortunately, we've just about run out of leads. Perhaps Tomcat was able to find something of use in Parallax's network while they were inside.
Kicsit reménytelen vagy kis
What?
csávó.
Tomcat has been very helpful. Oh, speaking of them, incoming call from Tomcat.
Na muti.
Forwarding video and audio.
Morning.
Na találtál valamit?
Turing. How you been doing, hon?
Killer video, arra még
I'm
nincsen
fine,
szó.
Tomcat. Thank you.
Nem küldte át.
Okay. Just say the word if I can help out in any way. You hear?
Of course. In fact, I was hoping you might have a lead for us to start. Otherwise, we're down to canvassing Hayden's address book and seeing if any of his contacts have an idea about who might have had a desire to target him.
Végig kell mennünk az egész telefonkönyvén.
But that's just fishing in the dark.
Hát igen.
Well, I pulled a fair amount of data from the Parallax servers before they managed to kick me out, but it'll take me a while to go through it.
Egy aranyfülesért mindent megtennék most.
A lot of it's unrelated. TPS reports, maintenance logs. Juicy meat for other corporations, but about as useful as dirt to us. It'll take me a while to decrypt all of Hayden's files, but they...
Persze.
So, no, I don't have as much as a whiff of a trail on who's behind. Though
Nincs
I
ötletem.
recently got a
Nincs
strange request
ötletem.
from a friend of a friend. Someone's been messing with the articles of a news organization named Augmented Eye.
Micsoda... Micsoda újságnév.
It seems like the network security head there is asking around for cybercrackers to help figure out how their reports are getting changed. The original files on their servers are untouched. In their system, everything... But when you view the site from the outside of the network,
Augmented Eye.
it's changed up. A word here, phrase there. It's subtle, but often has a big impact on the article's tone. Someone with deep access to Parallax's meshnet is changing what's being shown. I ain't sure if it's related, but maybe y'all can head down to the main KCOB offices and try talking to the gal that runs Augmented Eye. Her name is Zin.
Elmegyünk Zinne, ez a Robotszem nevű újság
I ain't got the time or the
szerkesztőjéhez.
desire to stick my nose that far out for a stranger, but it seems like your kind of deal.
Na nézzük.
It does seem to be a bit of... But if we have to wait for you to work on the data we've collected anyway...
Szívesen belenézem.
Alright. I'll pass the word along that you'll be in sometime today to stick your noses in. And I'll send y'all word as soon as I get anything worth hunting down.
Excellent. Thank you, Tomcat.
Köszi.
No problem, Turn. Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Maybe you
Küld
should
már át a
take a
videót.
look. You've been through some shit in the past few days.
I said I was fine. Thank you for your concern, but I am fine.
Jó van, na.
I have already handled the reality of Hayden's death. It's
Láttad a
time to
videót?
move on with the investigation.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. I'm just worried. So, I'm here if you need anything.
Kibővített szemig, ez még jobb. És mi van, ez napilap?
Understood. I apologize for my...
Alright, later, Turn.
Szupi.
Okay, we have a lead, however tenuous. I've highlighted the COS-IO Corp office. Also,
Okay.
while we were talking to Tomcat, I
Ó,
received
Dr.
an
Fairlight is
email from
írt.
displaying.
Na nézzük, mit írt Dr. Fairlight.
Greetings. I hope you'll forgive me for a voice-only
Voice-only message.
but I'm undergoing my treatments and would not call myself presentable for a video call. Still, I wanted to inform you of an idea I had while looking into our mutual
Na milyen
acquaintances
ötleted van, öreg
here.
Doc?
I haven't had any luck with my contacts inside Parallax, but I was reminded
Melody
of an
Flores.
old friend by the name of Melody Flores, who may know more about the nature of Hayden's research. She's the owner of Flower Cybernetics, and Hayden has been known to work closely with them on
Csak pislog.
projects involving the intersection of Parallax's systems and the implants that Flower
De
designed.
itt mindenkinek kibercége van?
Melody and I are no longer on speaking terms, so I'm afraid I
Mindenkinek
can't
kibercége van, és mindenki összeveszett a másikkal.
But perhaps the intrigue of Hayden's little robot will get you entry into her home. I hope this lead serves you well. If you need anything else from me, I
Köszönöm,
will
azt
send
mondod,
word
hogy a
if I have
kórházban
any
vagy.
other insights or discoveries.
Oké.
Yours, Dr. Young.
Interesting. I had no knowledge of Hayden ever working with Flower Cybernetics, but now I'm starting to understand just how
Nem
little
mindenben
I
van.
really knew about his research. Maybe this melody can reveal more about the purposes of my construction.
Hát azt
Hayden
majd
must have
meglátjuk.
kept my development secret for a reason.
Igen, lehet, hogy van valami a fejecskédben.
Hopefully we can talk our way in. I have highlighted Melody's home on your... Okay, we can now either follow Tomcat's lead to KCOB, or Up to you where to go first. Tomcat's led us in the right direction so far, but Fairlight has resources and... It depends on what you want our focus to be on in terms of tracking Hayden's trail. Should we follow the media or the tech? It's fitting. They're the two factors that make NeoSF so... If we explore them both to the fullest, there's no way we won't be closer to the answer.
Oké. Először is akkor mentünk. Mentettünk. És akkor... Na, hova menjünk először? Menjünk először a Flower Mansionbe, vagy a vállalathoz. Megnézzük először akkor a nőcit. Koncentráljál.
What is it? Why do you feel the need to pester me so? I'm just thinking.
Mert itt
Give me a
sóhajtozol
moment.
robot létedre azért.
Sorry. Is there anything you'd like to know before we head inside?
Na, mit tud ez a
Flower
cég?
Cybernetics was established in the early 2000s by Melody's mother, Antonella. It started out developing cutting-edge medical tech, including advanced prosthesis and nanoparticle diagnostic and treatment
Protéziseket
technology.
csinálnak.
They were vastly successful when they perfected the first synthetic nerve mesh, allowing direct connection and control between the
Aha, hogy
nervous
az
system and the
idegrendszerre
cybernetic prosthesis.
lehet irányítani a műkezet. Ők azzal
The
nyomultak.
majority of their early projects were defense technologies for the
De
American
természetesen a
military,
hadseregnek is dolgoztak.
developing ruggedized military prosthesis for use on injured soldiers, and then eventually electively for special. This
gondolta
research line
volna?
culminated in the development of brain-controlled androids as shock troops, long since barred by international law.
Aha. Android katonákat is
Melody took over the
kifejlesztettek.
company from her aging mother, and she fought against developing further
De
military
Melody
hardware from
megszüntette
that
a
point on.
katonai
She
fejlesztést.
pushed the company to use the BCA technology for the company's original goals of medical advancement, as well as developing the first direct link virtual reality implants. The company is largely successful
Virtual
on a
reality
global
implants.
scale, despite continued legislative movement against extensive cybernetic use, especially brain implants.
Igen.
She's largely private, in contrast to her mother's penchant for
A
courting
hölgy
the media
inkább
circus.
visszavonultan él.
Several biographies
Az
of
anyjával
former Flower
ellentétben.
executives show her as intensely passionate about demilitarizing the company
És
to the point of
minden áron
absolute viciousness in the boardroom.
ki akarja takarítani a katonai
But it's been
fejlesztéseket.
a long time since her days of fighting for the company, and she's since stepped away from the helm. There's talk that she's lost her spine in her old age, but, well, I take that with a grain of salt. She may have retreated from the corporate battlefield, but you don't change the entire direction of a company as large as Flower if you stay on your toes. She did,
Mi
and I can't
szedtük össze
shine
az
much light on
öreggel.
that. I know that System 1 worked with Flower to help develop the first operating systems for
Természetesen
the direct
ezek a
link virtual
cégek
reality
is
implants. So
együtt
perhaps it
dolgoztak,
happened
de
during.
valószínűleg valami történt.
Also, Flower eventually went with a different company for future models of the implant, but there was never any public talk of a personal falling out between the heads of the companies. I'll scrape the mesh for more rumors, but they'll only be that. I can do my best to parse fact from fiction, but it
Pletykák vannak. Mi történt?
no time like the present then.
Na menjünk be.
These tall shrubs could lie.
Igen. Ó, ez a csengő. Csengessünk. Mi? Mi?
It appears so.
Egy jegesmedve volt az ajtóban.
Your guess is as good as mine. Mine says we can go in. Should we?
Hát menjünk be.
Oh, wow! Swanky!
Figyelj oda.
Oh, Miss Flores!
It's a door, hát ezen be kell menni.
Excuse us for the intrusion. My name is Turing and...
Szerintem ő tudja, hogy ki vagy te, gondoltam.
Hey, I can explain. I know you don't like Dr. Fairlight very much, but I assure you there's a situation.
Fairlight? I didn't realize Hayden's research had become a charity case. Though I suppose little boy Yannick will throw money at anything that raises his profile on the mesh.
Wait, you know Hayden? Also, we actually only just met Dr. Fairlight yesterday.
Oh, that's too bad. Now Pat won't have to eat you.
Nem eszik meg minket a dilinyós maci.
Though I'm not sure your gears would have been good for his digestion.
A fogaskerekei nem tenne meg jót a maci emésztésének.
Well, either way, he's on a diet. This philosophy is how I lead my life. Sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear, well, he eats you. Do you understand?
Not really.
Look, I don't have all day to entertain you, Turing, nor your new friend. Not even for
Nincs már Hayden, ma meghal.
You don't have time to waste if you're going to find him either.
Right.
Yeah.
If you were one of Fairlight's worker bees, you wouldn't have made it through the door. So what?
Na
You
azért.
have me at a disadvantage, Ms. Flores. You seem far ahead of us on this matter.
Igen, tud róla valószínűleg egy csomó
Just call me
mindent.
Melody, darling. And of course. But I'll share a secret or two with you.
Na mondjad.
I have so many questions. Do you know what's happened to Hayden?
I wish I didn't. Maybe you don't want to either.
Mami tudja.
Please, Melody, any info. We haven't had access to any of his research notes, and couldn't
Mami
track down
tudja.
any collaborators he may have been working with.
De honnan tudja?
Perhaps if we know more, we might be able to nail down a solid motive.
Well, I don't know if I can speculate on that, beyond the usual corporate infighting.
Szerintem a szokásos vállalati harcok
Not that
áldozata lett.
Parallax is known for that, of course. We had been catching up recently, and he mentioned feelings of being watched.
Hayden
He
azt mondta neki, hogy
started to worry he
figyelték.
had been discussing your development with the wrong people. When he stopped returning my calls, and now that you've shown up with a total stranger, it becomes clear what happened.
I see. Can you tell us anything else about his disappearance?
Oh, I'm afraid not, dear. I've been around long
Tudja, hogy mi a
enough to
véletlen
have
és
some
mi nem.
incidents and
We were hoping you might be able to shine some light on my origins. Fairlight mentioned that you had worked with Hayden in the past.
I see Hayden didn't neglect curiosity in your personality makeup. Well,
Kíváncsi a mi kis
you and I
robotunk,
haven't
igen.
properly met, but considering how often Hayden badgered me for design schematics of Flower's latest neural implants, I might as well be your aunt.
Ja, nagy nénye, mert a design tippeket
We'll go
tőle
with
kapta
that.
Hayden.
I wouldn't mind being an aunt, even to a blue-headed robot.
I'm touched, Melody.
Well then, I'm willing to answer your questions, but
Na. Hogy segített Haydennek?
I don't see the connection between your company and Hayden's research into machine sapience.
oh, Hayden wasn't researching machine sapiens. At least not properly.
Hát
Not
akkor mit
to
kutatott?
diminish the importance of your creation, Turing.
Akkor mit
At
kutatott,
its
hanem
best,
a
you know the truth.
robot
Hayden is
intelligenciát.
mainly interested in developing a way to transfer human consciousness into a machine matrix.
Szóval az emberi elmét, lelket, vagyis hát a tudatot akarta bevinni egy képmátrixba. Hát ki gondolta volna?
You can see why neural implants would obviously be an integral part of that.
Mindjárt rámegyünk, megnézzük. Mi az középen?
Oh, I didn't realize.
The
Igen.
concept of transferring the human mind into a
Tehát
computer has
Turing.
been functional immortality. The brain is an immensely complicated machine, and even though we know the right
Igen.
buttons to push to make pictures show up, we still can't replicate the entire Even with
Igen.
the virtual reality implants, we're really just relying on the brain's ability to make sense of nonsense. So Hayden decided the best way to make a machine more like the human brain would be to work in the opposite direction.
Aha,
Instead of
tehát...
mimicking how the human brain worked, he started writing code that mimicked
Aha,
the
tehát
functioning
olyan
of the
kódot
human
írt.
mind.
Hayden az Turing, Turing az Hayden. Nekem is ez a gyanúm. Bizony.
Think of it like convergent evolution. Two species adapt in similar ways. Hayden is a crack programmer when it comes to information collating. It's why Parallax hired him when they did.
Tehát olyan szoftvert írt, ami nem az agyat, hanem a tudatot szimulálja.
So he wrote a bunch of self-modifying learning algorithms that
Tanuló
were,
algoritmusokat.
frankly, baffling and let them loose. Poke and prod them here and there to make sure they value the same things humans. And we eventually end up with...
Interesting. Hayden never revealed any of this to me.
I imagine he's pretty tight-lipped. You were the first prototype he considered a real success.
Volt az első
and
prototípus. Igen, te mit
if
tettél?
you can even call it involvement. It's a small city. And if you're in the tech sector, you are never more than 2 degrees removed from anyone else. When he started looking into this pet project of his, he came right up to my door and
Korábbi
demanded
kutatási
access to the
eredményeket
research
akart
logs.
elvinni innen.
Cheeky, but it was impactful and disruptive. I couldn't care less about Flowers' patents anymore. So I gave
Ő
him
elvileg
what he
odaadta
wanted,
neki a
just
korábbi
to see what
adatokat.
he would. I'm frankly more impressed than I expected I would be, but
Nem tudjuk elmondani neki,
don't
mert
tell him that.
meghalt.
Don't worry. I won't.
Oh, that was a compliment, Dick. I didn't say that. Hayden was quite interested in Turing, even if he is just a step to further research. In fact, he was preparing to publish his findings involving Turing. And I know it's going to make one heck of a splash in the
Publikálni
scientific
akarta
literature.
Turingot. Tudományos közösségnek.
See, the most impressive part about you, Turing, is that you're surprisingly stock.
I assure you, Melody, my construction involves only the latest and greatest in ROM prototype technology.
Prototype Pride.
Exactly. You're not off the shelf, but you're still just a souped-up ROM, more or less like every other one out
Hé, ő a haverom.
Your personality algorithms are impressive, but they don't require some new space-age technology to work. Hayden is going to propose
Leöregezte
that
a
human
havert.
consciousness transference does not require special brain-like hardware architecture, but merely the right software wrapper to interface with the hardware, much like how you function.
I suppose that
Nem
is
sértődött
correct.
meg a kis kék csávó.
Still, my personality matrices do take up substantial amounts of my processing power. Wouldn't custom hardware have capabilities that better serve such a demanding specialized task?
Sure, there's still plenty of reason in trying to make a computer that works just like a human brain. Efficiency. But if Hayden can emulate the human mind in existing technology, it means we can start the immortality now, rather than waiting for
A
hardware to...
halhatatlanság.
Frankly, I'm not terribly interested in living forever. But there's more than enough people who are.
Sokan akarnak örökké élni, úgyhogy...
Thank you for this. I
Köszönöm,
understand.
Lodi.
Well, I'm sorry I don't know more. Hayden kept me
Köszi
up
az
to date on his
infókat.
progress, but if you can hunt down his notes, I'm sure they'll tell you more.
Of course, we'll keep looking.
Sure.
Na, mit akarunk még kérdezni? Ja, hogy mi történt köztem meg a dokik
Hell,
közt.
that old bastard and I have been flashing daggers at each other for the better part of 20 years. I contracted out the software development for our first-gen direct link. Things were going great, but after the first models sold like gangbusters, Yannick tried to get into bed with me, literally. I turned him down, very politely, I might
Nem
add.
szexelsz
And
vele
then,
így
we've been at it back and
elhidegült a
forth
kapcsolat.
ever since. He's a snake, and he'll
Azt
do
mondja, hogy az
anything he
öreg
can to get what he
tok egy
wants.
kígyó.
Still, I suppose if you tried again now, I might not turn him down. It would be fun to needle him about me still having my own company when he doesn't have his. Good. I can
Köszi.
get back.
Thank you for your time, Melody.
Oh, one more piece of information for you, if you
Na,
like.
még valami?
I've got the
Kalambósan.
contact info for a Vincent Mensa, who I think might be of help to you.
Vincent Mensa.
Vincent was working more closely with Hayden inside Parallax, mostly on his company. I'll send him a message and ask him to... He owes me a favor anyway.
That
Ő
would
is
be
talán még
fantastic.
tud többet, szuper
Golden
lesz.
Gate Park.
Be careful, Turing. I don't like Fairlight's stench all over this scenario. Don't show him too many...
Cards. This euphemism is unfamiliar to me.
Nem tudja, nem mutasd meg a
Don't tell
kártyáját.
him anything if you can. Fairlight is more dangerous the more he's informed.
Thank you, Aunt Melody. Wish us...
Ó, Melody. Kérlek szépen. Kérlek szépen. Ő egy macska. Egy robotmacska. Erre én sem. Ez egy robotmacska. Légkondi. Jót beszélgettünk. Oké. Itt van egy... Ja, hogy innen a medve. Aha, még... is van. Na. Most ugye akkor úgy tűnik ezt a nyomot célszerű követni. Ó, már megint itt a parkba. Guy.
Can I don't really have time to talk.
Are you Vincent Mensa? We're here for a meeting on the...
Oh, good. You're Melody's people. Do you have everything that I asked for?
Hogy néz ki?
There must be some miscommunication. Melody said that you would be able to provide us with some information about Hayden Weber's projects within Parallax. He has gone missing, and
De mit kér érte cserébe?
What?
Mi a baj?
We had a deal. She promised me, and I'm not giving up anything until I get what I
De
need.
mi kell?
I already know Hayden is missing. Why else would I be willing to sell corporate secrets to Flower? This was my chance to get out of the city. Instead, she sends the two of you, hat in hand with nothing.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're Hayden's little pet AI?
Pet AI.
Insulting, but accurate.
Look, I'm sorry to come off callous. I do want to help.
Helyes.
Hayden was a colleague and a friend, and I want to know he's okay. But I also need help getting the hell out of Neo SF, and now. My info is
Na
I'll
de
just
mi
have to find
kell?
another buyer. Maybe after I make another deal, I'll be able to pass it to you.
Perhaps we could assist you? My friend here is a terrific journalist. Being skilled at hunting down people and
Being
information
skilled at
is
hunting
part of
down
the
people.
job.
I don't know.
De
Look,
miben
I
segítsünk,
need
mondjad?
100,000 credits, an untraceable car, and a fake passport for me and my wife, Francesca.
Ez nekem is kő. És?
If you can get me all that, I'll give you anything you want. Hayden's research notes, what I know about Parallax, my company's
that.
security credentials, whatever. If you're really sure journalists can come up with that kind of stuff in one day. Might? Dear God, I'm doomed.
Melody only gave us a rough sketch of what you need. The more you
Nagyon
can tell
durva
us about
csávó.
the situation, the sooner we can fulfill your request.
Honnan vegyek neki
Sure,
fake
as long as
paszportot.
it isn't the juicy stuff.
Mit
I'm the
csinálsz
head
a Parallaxnál,
applications engineer
haver?
for their data analysis division. Or maybe was, is what I should be saying. If Hayden is the big brain who comes up with the math that runs the search algorithms, I'm the guy who figures out how to collect and apply the
Adatbányász a
data.
csávó. Még ilyen szemmel.
We've worked pretty closely for years, but he's head and shoulders above me as far as theory goes. Hayden built a fully independent machine intelligence in his spare time.
Hát ő az, a kis kék csávó, ő
Don't
az.
get
Hát
me
ő az.
wrong, I'm not trying to bash myself here.
Hát ő az.
I'm a good software engineer, probably one of the best. But machine intelligence? In a form factor like yours? Now that blows my mind.
Blasted, my man. Blasted.
We've got full immersion, virtual reality, yet most people would still call you science fiction.
If you say
Miért akarsz
Because
meglépni?
Parallax is rotting from the inside
Aha,
out. Hayden
szóval
going
Parallax
missing
az
is the last
belülről
straw, and
rohad.
It's a big ass straw.
Az
There is.
utolsó szalma, vagy
How do I put this
utolsó
without
szalmaszál.
There's a new project about to roll out, and it's going to change everything about how Parallax does their business work. Since the launch of the MeshNet, we've had some board shakeups, and the people at the top are different from the ones who've previously run the company. The altruism the company displayed in the past is gone. They're harder, more ruthless, and more concerned with profits and power than ever before. Not just richest company in the Valley power either. Real power.
Szóval a cégnek rendes hatalma
I
lett.
guess Parallax got rid of Hayden because he was
Aha.
about to do something that would.
A Parallax akkor az politikai hatalomra törekszik, és szerinte
If they're willing to get rid of the
Hayden
brightest
ezt nem
mind on their
akarta.
payroll, what's to stop them from getting rid of me? There's a half dozen people who could do my job. So I'm getting out before I accidentally step on the wrong person's toes and end up at the bottom.
Óvatosságban akar lépni, persze.
Nothing concrete. I probably wouldn't have noticed anything out of the ordinary. I mean, Hayden goes out for a couple days all the time, right? Conferences and guest teaching. He doesn't exactly share his itinerary with me. tried asking around and no one would say anything. If he had jumped ship, went to a different company, it would be the talk of the week at the water coolers. Instead, dead silence.
Halálos csend van róla, hogy hol van.
Thankfully, he allowed me to keep backups of most of his work, simply because I cross-referenced it so much. He didn't like having it all in one place anyway. Bring me what I asked for, and I'll tell you more.
És hogy szerezünk neki cuccokat?
If you do manage to get what I need, bring it here today and you'll get anything you want. Forwarding photos and info for the passports to Turing now. And I really hope I'd rather give it to you than some other corporation. See you soon.
Oké, hát akkor neki
I'm not quite sure where to get fake passports or an untraceable car.
kell szerezni egy lenyomozhatatlan autót, egy álútlevelet. És mennyit kért? Valami 100 rugó pénzt.
I doubt they could point us in the right direction, but a long shot is better than no shot.
És ezért megkeressük a pánkokat.
They might agree to help us in repayment for the damage done to the apartment. They seemed remorseful. We should check Market Street for them, in case they regularly... As for the rest, perhaps Dr. Fairlight or Melody could spot us the credits. That certainly is no small amount, but is unlikely to cause much consternation for either of them, assuming they are as...
Gazdag barátainkat keressük meg a pénzért, a pánkokat a...
Fairlight did let us know he'd be at the hospital.
Az állpasszportért.
Up to you to decide which would be a better course of action.
Szóval... Market Street-en vannak a zsiványok. És a pénzt azt el kell dönteni, hogy kitől szerezzük meg. Hát... Megpróbáljuk majd a nénitől újra, de össze megszerezzük a fake passportot. Te még mindig itt állsz? Szuper. Na srácok. Kéne egy kis help.
Oh crap! It's that reporter in the bot again. Cheese it, Ollie.
Hold on a moment. We're just here to ask the two of you for a favor. You don't need to run again.
I knew you didn't have the...
Jó van.
Guts?
Starfucker.
And why would we want to help
Starfucker.
We did trash that apartment, Chad.
Igen, segíthettek.
So?
We also didn't report you to the police for it.
Yeah? So?
And they still could.
Oh. Alright, well, spill it then. I ain't got all day. Can't you see me and Oliver are busy?
Ott álltak a buszmegállóban.
We need some assistance with some illicit activity that, statistically, individuals in your age bracket are...
Oh! So this is one of those things where you need a streetwise kid to show you the ropes. So, what's...
Na mi kell?
B&E? War driving? Copyright infringement? Search bombing?
Egy kocsi, meg egy passzport kell.
It's against the terms of service, so probably, at least in California. Oh, that's nothing. If you... Ollie can whip up a couple that'll work good enough to get you past a... He's a wizard with a printer and a...
Okay.
It's more complicated. We need falsified passports that can get two people past the border safely.
Passzport kell.
Oh, yeah, I don't think Ollie can do that.
Not without equipment a lot more expensive and illegal than what I already...
What about that guy who got at least that unrestricted mesh card when she was on probation?
That's not really the same thing, Chad. But it wouldn't hurt to give him a call. Give me a few minutes. This...
Oké, van ismerősök, igen.
Oh man, now I'm starting to feel left out. Ollie gets to show off all... You sure you don't need someone's head kicked in a little?
Nem, kell egy kocsi.
Well, that...
We might have something that will suit your...
Kell egy kocsi.
Get the passports first, if you can stay calm for that long.
You sure yap a lot more than any of the ROMs I've ever owned. You install some new conversation routines Ollie ain't had the chance to nerd out about yet? Well, they're top-notch. They're...
I don't run traditional ROM VI personality software.
Na de kell egy kocsi.
I am, in fact, the first fully sapient machine intelligence. Well, at least that I know about.
Which means what exactly?
In English.
He's a person, Chad, not a toy.
Igen.
Now keep it down. I'm still on the phone.
Oops. Yes, what he said.
Well, that's awesome. You ain't so bad.
For a tin can.
Tin can? Really? I'm composed almost entirely out of plasteel and silica. Has no one come up with better insults for robots since the turn of the century? ROMs have been out for almost 2 decades.
Yeah, that's a good... Give me a sec. I'm pretty good at name calling too.
Oh no, I'm sorry I brought it up.
Aye.
Just hold on a second. Underclocked? Oh, Bitbrain!
Bitbrain.
Don't hurt yourself, Chad.
Valami
I'll
nem.
get back to you, Bubblehead.
Okay, I talked to the guy. He said he'll do it, but he only works in trade.
Na mi kell érte?
A couple of passports are gonna run. One signed poster for Magical Commander Yukino? Yukino at the Gates to the Deep?
Course. It's always that Japanese crap.
It's not my fault they make the best VR dramas. Maybe you can do better?
Probably.
Szóval kell neki.
Anyway, where can we get a...
Kell neki egy poszter.
Probably nearby. I've done switches with this guy before. My guess is he's a local that uses people like... We'll help you look...
És hol lesz? Ó, itt van a fent, tök jó. Akkor bemegyünk a... Itt voltak pószterek.
Oh, there it is! I knew I saw a poster for Magical Commander Yukino somewhere. I should have remembered Ramona had one.
You know this lady?
Ramonánál van?
Sure. We talk sometimes when I'm getting our drinks.
Hol süllyedtünk, itt bandázunk a pánkokkal.
You're usually too busy provoking people to notice.
You call it provoking. I call it spontaneous enthusiasm for healthy rivalry.
There's a bit of a line. We'll have to wait a few minutes before we can talk to her.
Oké, de addig lopjuk el.
We could just do a smash and grab.
We can't do that!
Us too.
This is the most boring felon.
Senki nem akar verekedni.
Like a bunch of clumps? Chump? What is the big picture anyway, Blue Bomber?
I'm not sure it's wise to spread it around, Chad. For either of us, the less you know, the less reason any...
Így van, nem árulunk a
Screw
semmit.
that, Static. I'm not heading to... Spill the beans, or I'll spill them for...
Your persistence is already legendary, Chad.
Your persistence is already legendary.
Fine.
Na.
If you really must know, we are going to His apartment was the one you trashed.
Oh shit, that Hayden dude is your dad? And they snatched him?
Well, Dad, after.
Oké.
Man, I hope you find the
Hadd
dudes that
kérjük
took
már
him.
el a csaltól a
Seems
posztert.
very unlikely.
Oh man.
Nem láttuk még a videót.
Don't know what to say. I mean, I still have my dad, but
Chad?
he's never really been around.
Ó, szegény, azért lettél punk, mert nem szeret az apukád.
Even now, he's over there standing in front of that damn clinic.
Az öreg doknak a fia.
And I thought I could find... Whatever. I might as well nuke that drive. It ain't gonna sink.
I think I understand what you mean.
Hell yeah! Dudes gotta stick together.
Dudes.
Don't matter if you're a robot or what. We all got the same shit to... Gotta grab destiny by the horns and make your own...
Idősebb csillag, faszom.
I was all mixed up. I ran in with a bad crowd. I'm a good kid. I promise. Look, I'm not a true believer or nothing. I've got my own reasons for running with the revolution, and you ain't got the right to judge me. Besides, I'm pretty much done with those chumps anyway. There ain't no payoff no more.
Most of the kids in BHR just want to cause trouble
No.
and get away with it because their parents
Kivesszük
agree with
őket
the
a
politics.
mozgalomból.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Who the hell wouldn't want to enjoy a little parental approved head cracking?
Elkérhetem már a posztert végre?
The line has finally cleared up.
Kell a poszter, csaj.
Hey, Allie! And it's you, with the cute romp.
Salutations, Ramona.
Tedd már fel szemüvegedet rendesen.
What can I do for you all?
Oh, this is my friend, Chad.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Chadnek
You
bejön a
too.
csaj, mi?
We were hoping you might be able to give us your assistance, Ms. Rogers.
We want to make a trade for that magical Commander Yukino poster over there. It's necessary for us to get some pretty important information.
No way! Not happening. Nuh-uh. Yukino is off limits. How does life and death depend on a nerdy poster?
Azt, ha te tudnád.
Look, I don't even care. That poster was signed by Takeko herself. It's one of a...
I'd rather not drag you any further into this than necessary, but I promise that we're not overstating it. This is a dire situation and people have already died.
1 people.
Jeez. Look, whatever you're doing sounds sketch as hell. I and Magical Commander Yukino herself want no part in it. I don't even see how the poster gets...
Man, you nerds sure do love your cheap crap from the net.
Cheap crap! I'll have you know, that poster is worth hundreds of credits. Maybe more. Takeko passed away years ago. It's
Oké.
Sure it is.
Akkor azt hiszem el kell
He doesn't
lopnunk.
get it. He's not in the fandom.
Thankfully.
Na, hozok neked majd másikat.
a poster.
Odaadhatnál, hát csak úgyis.
It was a gift from someone I care about, okay? Besides, you can't get another one. Takeko
Perhaps there's something else that would...
You aren't hearing me. It has sentimental value. You can't replace that.
Szerintem van az a pénz.
Look, you'll just have to order something off the mesh. Because
Oh, we don't have time. This lead will dry up by...
keep me out of this.
Ez nem vicc.
Okay, enough. How about this for a trade? I have an original keyframe cell from Pretty Champion Sailor Sirius, signed by Takeko at home.
Na? Bármi is legyen az.
You have a signed Sailor Sirius cell? That's super rare. They stopped doing keyframes by hand right around the time of her death.
You can't be serious, Ollie. You have that thing framed on your wall. Anyone shut up about it for a week after.
This is important, Chad. You can't say you wouldn't do the same thing if someone had your dad. Think about Turing. I can't ask Ramona to give up something important to her if I'm not willing to do the same.
Ja, de rendes.
Maybe.
Look, okay, I don't know what's going on, but you can't give me that cell for the poster.
But we need...
Yeah, you'll get the poster. Whatever you're doing, it must be really important if you'd be willing to give that up. Do you have something more equal to trade, Ollie?
Megcsíptük.
A couple of things make...
We'll talk about it then. Maybe you can find me another one. Go ahead and...
Oké, megvan a poszter. Megvan a poszter.
Thank you, Ramona.
Yes! I can't tell you how much it means to us, Miss...
Sure. And, you think I could see that cell sometime, Ollie?
Of course! I'll bring it over when we talk about the trade.
So cool.
Oké.
The Hassie Ram will hope...
Oké. Na,
I
megvan a
don't like the way she
poszter.
was flirting with you, Ollie.
What are you talking about?
Megvan a
I know
poszter.
flirting when I see it, and I'm saying I don't like it. Not one bit.
Ez még nem biztos, hogy lemaradt erről.
We just talk
Csak
about
Olinak nem
anime
tűnt fel.
sometimes, Chad. Neither of us are...
Well, we have the poster now. What's next?
Go ahead and call this number, Turing. He'll want to set up the drop with you, now that I've introduced you to him.
Sure. Change the subject.
I'll call him right now then. It's ringing.
You the ones looking for some papers?
Dr. Alban szól a háttérben.
And we have the requested payment with us.
Good. We're gonna do this real professional-like. You know Stardust?
I do.
Természetesen ez is a diszkóban
Leave
lesz.
the poster behind the Megaphobator arcade cabinet and get out.
Oké.
Come back 10 minutes later, and your stuff will be behind the machine.
I understand.
Good. I'll be waiting.
10 perc alatt megcsinálja.
Well, that was very...
Yeah, that's how this... I don't even know his name. And I've been getting things from him for a few years.
Who
10
cares?
perc alatt
Let him play
megcsinálja.
Spy Master if he wants. Let's hurry up to Stardust and get this over with. I've wasted enough of my...
Oké, visszamegyek a
Go
Stardustba.
inside to make the drop. We'll wait out here.
Hát ti biztos is, hogy nem jöttek be.
Yeah. Don't want to...
I suppose I should feign surprise.
Hey, it's a pretty cool set. Even if it is like a million years old.
They don't really care about the IDs unless you try to hit the bar.
Found that one out the hard way.
We would have been fine if you hadn't taken a swing at the bouncer.
So I like the hard way.
We'll be right back, gentlemen. Try not to set the building on fire while we're gone.
Oké. Megyünk be.
Welcome to Stardust.
És azt mondta, hogy... Azt mondta, hogy a... Megafobetor mögé kell rakni a poszter.
Well, that should do it. That was an awful lot of fuss. I just don't understand the appeal of merchandise like this. That is true. Ramona seemed more concerned with it being a gift from a friend than as an item of importance in its own right.
Hát kíváncsi vagyok ezekre az
Perhaps it is
útlevelekre.
necessity to keep such things around as tokens from better times. Perhaps I do have perfect recall, but a few of Hayden's things, memories are better for remembering. But that's enough navel-gazing.
Oké.
Let's head back outside so our benefactor can make the trade.
Oké.
Y'all do the deal?
Hát először csak letettük a posztert.
How did it go?
We left the poster behind the cabinet. Now we just need to wait for the switch.
I've never had to wait more than 5 minutes or so before. It shouldn't take long. I wonder how he knows the drop happened and gets to it so fast.
Ez egy jó kérdés.
This guy's a solid feed, even if he likes to mess around.
Lehet, hogy ő a bár.
What do you need these passports for anyway?
Barkeeper.
You said to trade for information. But what's the full
Nem,
story?
nem mondom el még egyszer.
Without going into too much detail, our informant needs to get out of... The passports are one part of that. We also need to obtain an untraceable car.
Traceable car, bizony. Kell a kocsi is.
I don't suppose the two of you could help with that?
No way, dude! Grand Theft Auto is a felony with a capital F!
Grand Theft Auto.
Besides, getting an untraceable car ain't in the same league as a piece of plastic that'll fool a hand scanner.
Chad's right.
Ez keményebb csávók kellenek.
The city's traffic management system keeps track of all vehicles passively, even if you manage to circumvent their firmware and keep them from actively reporting. You have to spoof the car as something permitted to be invisible for the CTOS to ignore it.
I don't want to mess with boosting cars anyway. The junks run that racket in Neo SF, and they don't play nice.
Especially with the HR.
Well, thank you either way. You've both done us a...
Yeah, Blue. No hard feelings. You give us a call if you need anything else. Long as it'll help you find your pops.
We should get going, though. We were supposed to be home hours.
My dad won't notice, but Ollie's will flip.
Otthon kell lenniük a
Don't get
pánkoknak.
de-rest.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Oké.
Let's finish the trade inside.
Oké, bemegyünk.
Welcome to Stardust.
Szerintem lehet, hogy Gus a srác, vagy a VIP bouncer.
Here the passports are, just as advertised. Now we need... Jess is right over there. Perhaps she may know someone who can lend a hand.
Na, próbáljuk meg.
Well, if Jess is the worst thing we have to face down this week, I'll...
Hát, ha Jess tud. Várjál, hol van Jess? Megint piál. Na, hello.
Oh, look. It's my favorite human and the mechanical sidekick.
It's my favorite human.
Did you find your guy? Or wait, let me guess. There's something else you need from me.
Igen, kocsi kéne.
Well, you haven't been terrible to deal with so far, so I'm willing to hear you out. Barely.
We need access to an untraceable car. An informant of ours needs to get out of the city without attracting the attention of Parallax and is offering valuable
Seriously? Jesus, what kind of shit is in your life anyway? Actually, don't answer that. I don't want to be legally liable. I'm not sure why you think just because I defend a few folks in the rougher parts of the city that I would have that kind of connection.
Hát pedig könnyen lehet, hogy neked van.
And even if one of my clients did run a carjacking business, it's not like society is clamoring to give hybrids legal jobs. Regardless,
Aha,
I'm
azért
not going
védi
to be an
őket, mert
accessory to a felony, or let one of my clients be.
hibridek csinálják az autó lopásokat.
I won't go down that path. I wouldn't know where to start anyway.
I know we're reaching, but this is important.
You just don't quit, do you? Okay, let me think.
Rendesek voltunk, akkor mindjárt válaszol.
This might be a long shot, but you could try asking Majid. There are rumors he'll probably be reluctant to talk about it, but get me another drink in exchange, will you? Later.
Huh. That went better than it. I wonder if my charm is starting to pay off for us.
Hát nyilván.
Oh, you performed admirably as well.
Akkor hoznunk kell neki egy sört, ugye? És hát ez legalábbis sörnek néz ki.
Hey, friends.
We were hoping you could give us a little
Sure, but first, let's get you a drink.
Sure.
Coming right up. He's better with the weird kind of stuff.
This one is...
Okay. I'll do that
Does
shirt.
that sound good? Here you go. So, what did you need help with?
We've run into a roadblock in our search for Hayden.
Word on the street is that he's gone missing, which I'm sure he...
Igen.
Yes. An informant of ours needs secure transportation.
Kell a kocsi.
Just mentioned that you used to engage in certain extra-legal activities. Perhaps you could point us towards someone who could help?
Léci. Nem vagyunk rendőrök.
He doesn't do that kind of stuff anymore.
Right. Sorry, friends. I left that life behind a long time.
Na, szóval...
Of course. Completely understandable. Sorry to bother you then.
Well, no harm in asking, right?
Ez egy haver nevét mondja.
Don't let it go to your head.
Egy haver nevét mondd
I
el.
need to go to the back and gather up stuff to restock for the rush later on. Mind manning the bar for me?
Take your time.
Okay.
Thanks.
Love you, Han.
Well, that leaves us. Any ideas on how we should proceed?
No?
Some nose-to-the-ground journalist techniques for finding leads?
Hát megkérdezhetjük.
Tomcat is already stuck there. I feel a little bad.
Akkor nem Tomcatet kérdezzük meg.
This is a considerably.
Na. Fogadjunk, neked van...
That might be our only option. Though, last time we had to have Jess vouch for us so we wouldn't get sold for parts.
Igen, már
Well,
megint.
I'd get sold for parts. I don't know about
Bizony.
you.
Nézz a méhbe, hogyha rossz
Can
helyre
you
megyünk.
even use human parts for any... Regardless, we might have to chance it. I hope you can ask around without drawing...
Hát,
Come on. Okay, the two of you are killing me here.
mert?
Look, don't tell Majid about this. But here.
Wow.
What is this, Gus?
It's an automated vehicle maintenance scanner
Ez
with a
az.
few less than standard upgrades.
Ez az. Kaptunk egy tolvajkulcsot.
When you circumvent its security codes, you can use it to scan a car's installed firmware and replace it with a new set that will
Kicseréli a
its
BIOS-át a
presence on the
gépnek,
city's
vagy
network.
lemásolja a BIOS-án.
That's the gist of it, but we don't have time to get into any specifics. You need to get the hell out of here with that before Majid gets back. Look, Majid has done a lot to turn his life around, to turn my life around.
A hóna alá vettem meg, itt
I
lopod az
really
autókat.
respect that about him, and it's part of why I fell in love with him.
Igen.
He did what I was never able. That's how we met, you know? That old rough and tumble life we both led. But when Stardust struggled and needed money fast, I had to get back in the game to keep us afloat for a few years. I told him he'd be heartbroken if he found out I'm still
Igen,
in
ő
the
még
game.
mindig a szürke,
I had
fekete
to do
cuccokat
whatever I
csinálja.
could to keep our... I may as well give this thing to someone who wants to use it for good, too.
Ez tök rendes volt
Tell
tőle.
you how much we appreciate this, Gus. We might finally be on our way to solving this mystery.
Okay.
Yeah, well... Just get out of here and get on with your little Grand Theft Auto. And...
Let me know how it goes. Okay. Adjuk neki a sört, azért ha már...
Huh. Actually did it, huh? Well, you scored a point. But don't think I don't have enough cuties around who can handle it. You've got more important things to be doing.
Egy köszi is jól esett volna.
Well, now I think we're cooking with gas, as the colloquialism goes. I'm searching the mesh for instructions on how to use this device as we... Let's go look for some likely candidates. I should be ready by then.
Várjál, mert ez nem biztos, hogy jó, ha innen lopjuk el. Mentünk egyet. Hát itt van egy autó. De itt igazából más nincs, szóval próbáljuk meg.
Oh, rats! This car has the wrong firmware installed.
Ez nem jó.
We won't be able to install our new firm. We'll have to check another car.
Hol voltak még autók? Hol voltak még autók? Szemfüles. Igen. Itt a Market Street-en volt autó? Aha! Jól emlékeztem. Nézzük meg, ezt el tudjuk csorni.
Oh no! How did the alarm get set off?
Na már!
Did I do something? Let's get out of here before someone contacts the authorities.
Mekkora egy balfék vagy te, Istenem! Itt a Maci. Szuper.
Hello, Pat. Could we see Melody?
Oké, elkérjük a nőtől
I guess that.
elkérjük a nőtől a pénzt. De autó még mindig nincs.
Turing, I'm not saying I don't like seeing your little pixelated face. But I am a busy woman, you know? Right, Pat?
Oké, nekem csak egy kis pénz kell.
Traitor. Anyway, maybe we should space these... Familiarity breeds contempt, after all.
Jó hét, jó hét, jó hét, jó pihit.
And I'm very good.
I apologize, Aunt Melody. You've stated before that you like your peace and quiet.
Oh, we're running with the aunt thing. Another woman would tell you
Kell
not to
a
butter.
lóvé.
All right. What do you... I can only imagine. If he's
Kell
willing
pénz.
to turn coat on Parallax, I bet he... I
De
know they
vicces.
don't actually farm cats, Pat. It was a metaphor. Whatever, it was a simile then. I am not going to play semantic.
Oké. Nyelvtanácsia.
Tell me what the
Maci.
trouble is, and I'll try to conjure up a solution.
Kell pénz.
Yes, Mr. Mensa says he needs 100,000 credits before... He also said that you already promised it to him, and that he'll give us the information once we have that, plus a few other things I'm certain we can get on our own.
But you can't even scrape together that kind.
Nem, nincs
Your
annyi pénz.
friend's not much of a journalist.
According to the statistics that I have found, it is the pay for the profession just isn't that high, Aunt Melody.
Oh, I see. I guess it's one of
Adjál
those
pénzt.
jobs people do.
Itt vagyok.
I can get you the money, Turing. But only... Just give Pat a few minutes.
Add a pénzt, Maci.
Yeah. Just keep moving, you big
Add a
brute.
pénzt.
While we wait, is there any... Might as well save us both.
Na Turing,
I
kérdezze.
do. It's a little personal.
Just shoot,
Kérdezze.
Turing. I could...
Kérdezze.
Long ago, you lost your mother. I was wondering, how did you deal with it?
Hogy
Hayden's
dolgozta fel a
only been
mama
gone for a few
elvesztését?
days, and I already feel like my circuits are going to lock up for good.
Oh, Turing.
Oh,
I'm not the
Turing.
right person to ask.
Szerintem
I
hívott.
hated my mother.
Ja, hogy utálta anyukáját, hát úgy könnyebb.
She's everything I thought wrong in the world, and when she was gone, I felt nothing but relief that I could start undoing the damage
Ja,
she
tényleg a mama volt az
Never
előző cég
mind the
tulajdonos.
fact I had to watch her waste away from the cancer. Death was a... Besides, you'll find Hayden soon. Keep your chin up.
Tudod, hogy nem.
Oh. Blast it! Enough with this subterfuge! We already know Hayden was killed.
De most miért árulod el?
Oh no.
Miért?
I won't be getting him back.
I'm sorry, Turing. I still don't know what to tell you. I've lost people, but never anyone close enough to wound me. If you feel like talking about it, I'm willing to listen. Or make Pat do it anyway.
Thank you. I don't know.
Nem, inkább
Stick it
beszéljünk
out.
róla.
Time heals all wounds. This too. smarter than I give him. It's
Mennyire
not
okos
the
ez a
easiest
maci.
thing in- He doesn't process language in the same way humans do, and even if he can understand me, my translation program just guesses at what...
Oh, you have a translator running from your neural implant.
Aha, van egy transzlátora.
Though,
Vagyis hát fordítógépe.
even without it, I have a pretty good idea of what he means most of the time. We've been together for a while now. Considering it only really works on large, typically predatory it's a minefield of ethical concerns beyond just being prohibitively expensive. So Pat is a bear apart. At least until we can figure out how to apply the modified neural pathways without frying the brains of night. The tech we developed is good. It just has a... Maybe one day there will be a bunch of talking tigers and dolphins building cities in the sea.
Oké, nem kötünk bele.
Oh, just in time then.
Akkor add a
Take the
pénzt.
cash and get moving.
Köszi.
I can finally get back to whatever it was I was doing before you burst in here.
Thank you, Aunt Melody. You're...
Yes, yes. Brown nose late. You've got things to do.
Oké, lépünk is.
I did not think I would feel such a strong We're connected by the barest of threads, but
Azt
she's
már meglátjuk, hogy
already
ő is
important to
mennyire
me.
nem gonosz, vagy gonosz-e.
Is that strange? Very possible.
Magányosak vagytok
I
mindketten,
guess
így
there's
van.
nothing to do but run with it. Some gifts are too valuable. Let's get moving. We still have things to do before we can meet back up with Mr. Mensa.
Oké. Még egy részletet
Detective
megnézem.
Rivers, to what do we owe the pleasure?
Mit csinált a
I
detektív?
wanted to check in with you away from the prying eyes of my corporate. It wasn't too hard to track
Hello,
you down
Lexi.
here. Only took a slight abuse of power to follow your credit transactions in the AutoCAD system. Not much.
Találtál valamit?
Listen, I've hit a dead end on the investigation again, and I could really use another lead from the two of you. I had been busy hunting down I'm not sure if I want to call him a soldier of
És
fortune
neki
or
meg...
an assassin for hire.
Nekünk, vagy neki meg mi kell, hogy
Either way,
segítsünk.
I tracked this guy down to see if he might have been hired by Parallax to snatch Hayden, but he's got an ironclad alibi for the relevant period of time. That leaves me with nothing. Nada. Do the two of you have anything to give me? Otherwise, I'm back to hunting down those
Kéne egy
Froyo-hating
kocsi.
rope. At least my superiors would be ecstatic, considering how much they keep riding my ass about it.
We're on thin leads ourselves, Detective. We have a meeting with someone from inside Parallax who might be able to give us answers, but he's unlikely to want to. I wish. I just.
Fuck up, Turing. I wish this was easier too. But with detective work, sometimes it's not about being
Igen.
clever. It's just about being
Nyomni
more dogged
kell a
and relentless
munkát.
than whoever you're chasing. You two are my new deputies, right? So keep your nose to the ground and keep digging. I still have a few contacts I can hit up to try finding out a little more.
Nem sokat segítettél
Let me
ennek
know if
meg.
there's anything else I need to be going after. Yeah, sure. Don't forget, if you die, I'm gonna kick you.
Okay then. We only have a If Parallax really is as shady as Vincent seems to suspect, it could end up
Bizony.
very interesting. Let's see if we can put an end to this. Finally. Oh, I just received an email from Tomcat. They
Na,
finished
Tomcat.
decrypting Hayden's data. It seems that it was filled mostly with his personal logs about my creation and
Tehát
mental
csak a
development.
kiskék
The
arc
more technical information was
adataival
already scraped.
volt
Perhaps
tele.
that is why it was left behind when they snatched him. Still, these files should be enlightening, if only in a person. I'll peruse them in my spare time and let you know if I find anything interesting.
Oké, majd
I
átnézed
hate for all
őket,
the
szuper.
trouble we went to be for nothing.
Nagyon jó. És hát ugye még nincs kocsink. Még a hospitálnál nem voltunk. Ó, de ez nem jó, mert nincs autó. Még egyszer a Market Street.
Let's leave this car alone for now.
Ez még mindig nem jó. Nem tudom, honnan lesz autónk.
This one is no good.
Keep looking, de nem tudok hol keep lookingolni. Ez nem jó, mert ez meg a station. Ez se a ház előtt van. Ez a fagy is, vagy ez a folyó. Itt sincs autó. Itt nem voltunk még. Aha.
Success!
Ez
This
az.
vehicle has the appropriate.
Ez az, megvan a kocsi.
Someone has been neglecting their. Give me a moment to get there.
Oké, update-elt a kocsit.
There are some other options here I can. Ah, interesting. I can put in preset destination plans. Why don't we go ahead and set a plan for the car to return to this spot in a week? That's more than enough time for Mr. Minsky.
Nagyon jó, tehát meg lehet csinálni azt,
More like
hogy
borrowing without asking.
ide visszajön majd a kocsi. Egy hét múlva.
Obviously, the car will drive itself to Golden Gate Park, and we can show Mr. Mensa where it is when we meet him. There,
Oké, akkor irány.
Mr. Mensa is waiting for us at Golden. We have everything he requested, so we should.
Na oké, és akkor ma még behúzzuk az információt Mr. Mensáktól. Na haver srác. Minden itt van.
Hey, did you man?
We did. Here you.
Everything seems to be in order. Here.
Á, és megvan a cucc.
This disk has all of Hayden's research notes, data collation algorithms, and probably lots on your. It should be everything myself and Melody agreed upon. Until she added an amendment while you were out. Frankly, it's no. Here.
Ó, és egy Parallax badge. Nagyon jó.
It's my Parallax employee badge.
Ez meg nagyon
It
jó
should allow
jöhet.
you access to their networks in case there's anything I've missed. You'll want to use that sooner rather than later. I'm not wasting any time leaving, and Parallax is pretty fast to revoke security. There's no way Hayden's clearance still works. And with that, I'm going to get hell out of the... The credit should tide me over until...
Jó van, oké, ott a pénz.
Ah, I suppose I owe you that much. Buckle up. This could get heavy.
És van egy nagy projekt, amit
Parallax is
amiről
about to
említem.
launch a new service they're calling Big Blue.
Parallax.
At least that's the project name.
Új
Who knows
szolgáltatás,
if
a
the
Big,
marketing
új
guys will come
szolgáltatás
up
a
with
Big
a-
Blue.
They're not even announcing the launch. It's a distributed intelligence.
Distributed
Like,
Intelligence.
okay, In every way that Hayden built Turing to be elegant, efficient, and human-like, Big Blue is ham-fisted, bloated, and they didn't pull Hayden into the project. He's smart, but as a result, Big Blue is far less elegant than anything Hayden would make. He lacks his artistry, and it squats on the mesh like a spider and uses the spare processing power and memory from every ROM on the network to handle its intelligence processing. It doesn't have much personality, but it's very smart. Big Blue is going to be embedded directly into the network and then self-modified to apply even more efficient algorithms. Look, if you access every ROM, then you have access to every human and every bit of their own personal data.
Hozzáférésre lesz ennek a Big Blue-nak az összes segítő robothoz, úgyhogy ezáltal az összes emberhez.
I don't want you to take what I'm saying the wrong way. And this is just me. Hayden was about to publish his creation of Turing. His findings, as I'm sure you're aware of, would have raised many moral and ethical questions about the advent of machines. I mean, some of the brightest minds ever have tried to warn humankind away from building real AI. Hawking, Musk, Gates, and the list goes on. The public is likely to be nervous. Parallax is banking on being able to launch Big Blue quietly and quickly before any counter movement can pick up steam.
Társadalmi harc előtt
every eye on the discovery of machine intelligence works against Parallax. Every new discovery only serves to paint Big Blue as... Honestly, they probably pressured Hayden to drop his research so that they could keep the public away from the subject. He clearly refused. I'm only assuming his contract with Parallax affords him the freedom to work on his own academic projects outside of the company in his free time. He kept a trusted few of us up to date on his progress, bouncing ideas off us and whatnot. It's exciting stuff. Both Turing and Hayden's eventual goal down that road. I wouldn't be surprised if word of it got up to the board and made him nervous. Is the possibility...
I knew it all along. Hayden fell into...
That's not what I want your takeaway to be. Hayden wasn't working on Big Blue. Knowing him, your creation might have been his clever way to stop. I can't really give you a good answer to that. I mean, the company is currently handled by a dozen server farms. When Big Blue launches, it'll handle all of them. And there are shadier applications for it.
És hát ugye egy ilyen cuccot
bármire is lehet használni. And queries in the mesh in real time, what's to stop you from delivering the content you want? The potential for abuse is staggering. We're talking direct control of the information. That's something like 80% of the market. They could control elections, push the market in directions they want, even influence public opinion. All just by asking Big to do it. It's scary stuff. Having that kind of control would be a hell of a card for Parallax's hand. They'll go to pretty significant lengths to make... Hey, no problem. I've had enough of this cutthroat corporate bullshit. We haven't talked much, but I do believe you... Be sure to let Turing help. She's a bright little bot. Oh, slip of the tongue. I was just more familiar with Hayden's previous experiment, Grace. She was very insistent.
Well, honestly, I'm still a very new being. I'm not even... I will continue to consider how I wish to be referred to as well. Until then, feel free to go with what... If I had to make a choice, perhaps Big is most appropriate. Most people assume it, obviously, but he is also...
Oh my god. I'm listening to a machine postulate on it. What have you done indeed, Hayden? Good luck to both of you.
Thank you, Mr. Mensa.
Have fun in Mexico or Canada.
I need a few minutes.
Mire? Mi van?
I've been going through some of Hayden's personal notes from the data cache Tomcat decrypted. Now that I'm starting to get to know Hayden better, the real Hayden as opposed to the Hayden he showed me, I'm finding that I like him less and less.
Az adatok alapján egyre inkább utálja a korábbi gazdáját.
For example, remember the earlier prototype, Dr. Fairlight? Her name was Grace, and Hayden shut her down for being...
Grace-t Hayden simán kikapcsolna.
I'm not even sure what word to use. Too... likable? She was kind and bright, and did all she could to
Túl
try to make
szerethető
people
volt az
happy.
előző robot, és lekapcsolta.
She even decided that she was a girl, and that her favorite color was pink. Hayden thought she was being manipulative. He posited that he had made her personality algorithms too willing to make adaptations that would benefit her long-term survival, and that she was being congenial just to endear herself to him. That even her gender was a calculated attempt to make him like her more. But he was wrong. Dead wrong, in fact. I have a snapshot of her personality profiles here, and when I compare them to my own, I can see that she
Jó,
was...
kis lányrobot,
I
rendes
wish
volt.
I could have met her. I think we would have learned from each other.
Lehetett volna Turingnak barátnője.
Like I said, I'm not sure I even... Everyone refers to me as he once they meet me just for convenience. Is that a calculated attempt on my part to impress Hayden? Not... Or is it a product of his effort to curb any nascent similarities I had with... I wish I could yell at him for being so arrogant. Playing God in the crudest of ways. You can't choose to create consciousness and then take it away just like that. Even so, for all of... I don't know. I still miss him. This all seems so inane, so senseless. They killed him because him building me would mess with a product launch? That's ridiculous. They took him away from me for such an insignificant reason. I just want him back. It's impossible, but it's what I want.
Jó van.
I'd do anything.
Jó van, megoldjuk.
Thank you. We have other pressing avenues of inquiry to make.
Cloak and dagger.
Let's move on.
Nos. Nos. Chapter 4. Innen fogjuk majd folytatni.
Okay, let's check out what is going on at KCOB now.
Ezt fogjuk tenni legközelebb. Megnézzük, mi van a KCOB-nál. Zene lekapcs. Nagyon jó még mindig a sztori. Úgyhogy mindenképp be fogjuk fejezni. Sokat haladtunk ma. Szerdán pedig egy kis Warfare lesz Ferivel. Mindenkinek köszönjük a benézet. Jó éjt, szevasztok!